girlfriend Kate Cassidy has revealed that they were planning to get married before the One Direction star's tragic death.
It used to be pretty challenging for me, so I'm really trying to make the most of everything.
Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, is done with y'all trying to drag her through the mud in probably one of the most difficult times of her life. No, seriously, how heartless can people be instead of mourning a tragic loss? The internet is busy pointing fingers at Kate Cassidy, turning her into a scapegoat for a tragedy. She had no control over the lack of empathy is unreal, y'all. And what's even crazier is that people are going to wild lengths just to troll her if any of the truth is finally coming out. And if this new information is true, then poor Kate Cassidy deserves a lot of respect and grace for the way that she has been handling things throughout their 2-year relationship. This is such a mess, and we've got to talk about it. Liam, get in here. It is honestly shocking how fast people can turn grief into a blame game. Since Liam Payne's tragic passing, his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, has been hit with some harsh and totally baseless accusations. Instead of showing her any sympathy, trolls are out here painting her as the villain in a story where she too is struggling to cope with the heartbreaking loss of someone she loved since the day Liam Payne tragically lost his life in Argentina. Kate Cassidy has been under a very harsh spotlight, and the minute she was first seen out in public following the incident, many fans went straight into judgment mode, picking apart her every move. Some even claimed she looked guilty or unremorseful, as if grieving someone you loved has a strict, visible script you must follow anyways. So Kate broke her silence in an emotional post on Instagram, saying, "Thank you for all of the kind words and love that you've sent my way. I've been at a complete loss the last few days. Haven't felt real at all. I ask and pray that you'll give me the grace and space to navigate this in private. Liam, my angel, you are everything. I want you to know I loved you unconditionally and completely. I will continue to love you for the rest of my life. I love you, Liam." Yet, despite her plea for space to grieve, the internet showed her no mercy. Comments began flooding in with accusations that Kate had left Liam when he needed her most, as if her absence somehow made her responsible for his death. What's worse is how people have twisted the timeline of events to fit their narrative. Remember, Kate returned to Florida just 2 days before Liam's death, leaving him in Buenos Aires. Believe it or not, that alone has been enough for some to insinuate that she was directly involved, or that her decision to leave somehow contributed to his tragic passing. Fans have gone as far as accusing her of abandoning him in a time of need.
Travel from South America back to Florida with me. I was so ready to leave. Honestly, loved South America, but I hate staying in one place for too long. And we were supposed to be there for like 5 days, turned into 2 weeks, and I was just like, I need to go.
When I tell you the comments are cruel, I mean every sense of the word. Some people are saying she shouldn't have left him, knowing too well that he was going through so much, and that she just didn't care. But it gets worse because someone dead said, honestly, it seems like Liam went for these girls with not much to offer but looks, so now it's even a crime for Kate to be beautiful. And for some reason, that was all Kate ever was to Liam. It's like one of the last videos they took together. Y'all can see they were in a good place. Nothing seems off here.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice day. And then you're going home. Ha ha, loser, weirdo.
I'm headed back to Florida with Nala.
Yeah.
Please be in Kate's for a minute. Imagine going on a 5-day vacation with your partner, but he ends up wishing to stay a little bit longer. So as a supportive partner, you decide to stick around a little longer, and before you know it, 5 days turns into 2 weeks. It's only natural that you eventually up and leave, which is exactly what Kate did. I mean, she has a life of her own, and she had a life before she became known as Liam's girlfriend. Kate is an influencer and probably had some work to do with anything. The people bashing Kate should probably learn that your life shouldn't stop just because you're dating a wealthy person who can afford to be on vacation for the whole year. Give the girl a break. They had actually had a blast during their trip and even attended Niall Horan's concert together, literally just celebrating life and love. These people had been together for 2 years, and all we've ever seen are beautiful photos and videos of a happy, drama-free, wholesome couple. Kate even shared playful moments of their time in Argentina, reflecting the joy they found in each other's company. And their fans have always loved the fact that even though they are a big deal, they have always been super. But now those memories are buried under non-stop online attacks against her, contrary to many people's opinions. Just as many others don't believe that Kate's decision to leave Argentina was some form of neglect, according to Kate. They had extended their trip far beyond their initial plans, and she was ready to return home. The fact that she left 2 days earlier wasn't some grand betrayal, and it most definitely was not shady. Now, let's talk about the latest pics of Kate. Where haters are saying she looks guilty and homeless, Kate was recently spotted in Florida looking emotionally exhausted out in casual clothes with no makeup on, which for starters is super unusual sight for someone who is used to always looking polished in front of the camera. And yet instead of seeing a grieving woman, trolls criticized her for not looking sad enough, as if grief had a dress code. Also guys, is it just me, or is this the realest representation of a grieving person? If anything, it would have looked more sus had she been out here all glammed up going about her day as if nothing happened. But these images literally prove that she is indeed a shell of herself right now and wouldn't care so much as to comb her hair. That's exactly what grief does to people. This should be common sense, but for some twisted reason, a lot of people apparently don't get that grief is messy. And just because someone stepped out in public doesn't mean that they aren't hurting inside. It's wild how far these baseless accusations have gone. Word is that even Kate's friends have come forward expressing how devastated she is by Liam's passing. One friend apparently even mentioned that Liam had begged her to stay with him in Argentina a little longer. But after extending her stay by 2 weeks, she needed to go back home, which is a decision that anyone might have made in the moment. So why exactly is Kate being condemned? Make it make sense. All right, moving on to even more troubling matters. And this is something that once again will prove that Kate Cassidy deserves more respect for how she handled things with Liam, and more respect than y'all are giving her. Another shocking layer to this story emerged when it was revealed that 2 women were in Liam's hotel room hours before his death. These women were reportedly adult workers whom Liam had met through an escort site, so you can only imagine what was going on in there. In fact, one of them allegedly even got into a fight with Liam over payment issues, and it looks like they did some monkey business. But for some reason, Liam didn't pay up, as they had agreed so earlier in the day before the jump. There was already commotion in the room. At first, people thought that the women were in the room when the accident happened, but apparently they availed themselves to the cops. And it has been established that they left immediately after Liam paid, and that he was actually alone when he started breaking stuff in the room and then went to the balcony for the final act. The investigators concluded that Liam was alone at the time of the accident and that there was no foul play whatsoever.